Tonight, Democrats accusing Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene of being racist for saying she feels threatened by Congressman Jamaal Bowman, who is black. Congresswoman Cori Bush tweeting, quote, she doesn't feel safe around a black man is what a racist would say. Congresswoman Madeleine Dean, quote, Representative Greene is the aggressor here, pushing an age-old racist trope used to target and discredit black men. Governor Gavin Newsom of California, everyone should call this out for what it is, blatant racism. Now, they're all referring to these remarks by Congresswoman Greene.
On the Capitol steps yesterday, he was the one that approached me. Even CNN reported that. Yelling, shouting, raising his voice. He has aggressive, his physical mannerisms are aggressive. I think there's a lot of concern about Jamaal Bowman. So, and I am concerned about it. I feel threatened by him. I am very concerned about Jamaal Bowman, and he's someone that people should watch.
She's talking about a heated back and forth on the Capitol steps with Congressman Bowman after he shouted at Republican Congressman George Santos to resign while Santos was speaking to reporters. Here's the moment.
You gotta kick him out. You gotta kick him. The party has to kick him out. He's embarrassing y'all. He's embarrassing y'all.
Biden is
If he's running for what? You gotta get him out. Expose him. You gotta expose. Save the party. The party's hanging by a thread.
We gotta get rid of Biden.
The party is hanging. Save America. Save the children. Do something about guns.
Right. So close
Come
the
on.
border.
Invest in education.
Save the
The border is what Trump left.
Hey,
what
where
are
are all
you
the
talking
kids?
about?
Where are all the migrant
What
children?
kids?
You guys
We're
lost
accepting
them.
them. We love
no,
them.
you've lost
We
them.
love the migrant children. Listen,
Jamal,
I need you to save
not very
the party.
smart. You should pay attention.
Save the party.
All right, Congressman Bowman is out front now. So, Congressman, you've demanded Congresswoman Greene apologize for saying that you were aggressive and that she felt threatened by you. I would assume it's safe to say that you have not received that apology.
That is correct. I have not received that apology.
So she also said this is not the first time that you have confronted or clashed with her. She says you cursed at her, that you called her a white supremacist when you attended dueling protests outside a courthouse here in New York when Donald Trump was indicted, when she came to New York that time. Let me just play what she said so you can respond. Here she is.
I will tell you what's on video is Jamaal Bowman shouting at the top of his lungs, cursing, calling me a horrible, calling me a white supremacist, which I take great offense to. That is like calling a person of color the N-word, which should never happen. Calling me a white supremacist is equal to that, and that is wrong.
What do you say to that, Congressman?
Well, first of all, I never used any profanity toward her, number one. Number two, she spoke as a keynote speaker at a white supremacist conference. That's why she was referred to in that manner. In addition to her taking a picture with an AR-15 standing next to a picture of the squad, targeting members of the squad who are mostly women of color, and much of her rhetoric, vitriol, and anti-Muslim language. What you saw on the Capitol steps was two colleagues laughing at each other as we shared differing ideas about what needs to be done in our democracy. For us to go from that to her the next morning saying that, you know, my mannerisms are aggressive and that she feels threatened by me. First of all, if she feels threatened by me, I'm going to do everything in my power to stay as far away from her as possible, because I don't want her or anyone else to feel threatened. But the racial trope that is and how it has lived in America historically, whenever a white woman says a black man is threatening of them, that black man becomes a target and is sometimes killed, i.e. Trayvon Martin, Tamir Rice, Mike Brown, and many others.
So, you know, I mean, obviously we're watching some of this play as you talk. I mean, you guys did get, you know, I would say more heated, but you are laughing, you are talking, you are exchanging with each other. It is surprising to have someone say what she said afterwards. So let me just now go to what your fellow Democrats went and said, those words where they say it's racist. Do you agree with them? Are you comfortable to come out and just use that word as they were?
Of course. Yeah, of course. It's racist. Absolutely. But it's also reckless and dangerous. And this is why we have to teach American history accurately and make sure that comprehensive African American history is a part of that curriculum, because hopefully through education, members like Marjorie Taylor Greene and people like Ron DeSantis won't continue to attack Black history, attack Black people, and use racist tropes. It's the same thing in other communities. There has to be an education across culture so that we can build bridges and open doors, as opposed to the things that continue to divide us and lead to violence. And so that's where I'm trying to move. That's the work that most of us are trying to do in Washington.
So just to talk about one thing that happened prior to
would have been great if Barack Obama heard what Hillary Clinton was up to when he was briefed by John Brennan and said, this has got to stop. You got to stop it right